2 medals went off.
Yep.
So I just think that these guys today, like I said, tomorrow, we might even see them in the grand final tomorrow. We don't know. I just think today they got the heat, they got the ice, and they're going to ice up right here. I'm sticking to that answer because you know me, Sean. I'll sit there and say, well, maybe this. Well, no, maybe this. But, you know, I have to make a decision and just decide. Okay? These guys are winning. What you got?
That.
What do you want?
I just like putting you on the hot plate. I like making you stress. So.
Is that it?
I'm taking Ultra. I want a game 5. Yeah, that's my
Ultra
whole
game 5.
MO. Yeah, I want chaos.
You gave us the easy answer.
I want chaos, Ellen. What can I say? But going into this one, it's a 2-1 series lead for ROKKR Academy. They have certainly proven they have learned from their mistakes. For Ultra Academy, one hill at a time, one round at a time. Let's get into it. Furious again with the MP4. He started it off with first blood.
Indeed he is. Does get taken down now, and it is Metals with a 2-piece onto that P1 site. It's still being contested, though, and there we go. Harry's cleared off. Now it is the ROKKR Academy that does have control. And spawning out that deep dock side, you see Steve-O kind of just rotating over, and they're thinking, of course, let's go over to mailroom and give it up. ROKKR Academy, beautiful hold on this P1 hill. All members, again, from Ultra Academy do fall, and it's only Steve-O left on the rotation. So this is very troublesome if you're Steve-O. He's going to kind of back up a little bit, but does get taken down by Metals, and Journey kind of just holding this riverside here. It's ROKKR Academy, again, kind of flipping the script and controlling the spawns.
Yeah, it's going to really depend on where those spawns would be. They're kind of on the right side of the train track, so luckily, don't have too much room to trek over to get into the point, but you also have to win the battles inside. Early on, ROKKR, like on Gavutu, doing a very nice job of cleaning up the opening entry kills as Journey will finally fall. It's 55 and counting to 6, so even though these first 2 hills can be rather contested, it's this big chunk of time that puts a lot of pressure on Ultra to immediately respond on the rotation, win the opening time. 20 seconds still to fight over. They have to work their way inside the point.
Indeed they do, because they don't want too much time to get taken away from them. So now working their way in, it's, of course, ROKKR Academy that still win the gunfights. But Steve-O, see if he can do some damage, does take down Lucky, and now secures at least 14 seconds. So the problem is, though, for Ultra Academy is that ROKKR Academy is at the new site. So now clearing off the front, Metals does just that. It's Steve-O rotating to that dock side.
Lobby can be a big money hill for a lot of teams, depending on if you have an AR set towards docks and you're not getting overextended on. As Steve-O, great patience towards the dock side. He will eventually move his way up, but still, ROKKR in the point. They've been able to win the opening break, the rotation, and the first 15 seconds of every single hill. It's Ultra Academy who are looking for their first push inside, but they have to deal with Real, who once again wins it through the window. It's a 2-stack inside. ROKKR committing numbers in here with not a lot of nades to worry about. Here comes a push from Steve-O. Maybe Ultra finally have what they need, but as quickly as they get in, they are met with a flurry of trades and gunfights currently going both ways. Pinstripes in the kill feed. Journey takes out Beans. You're still looking for one in the corner. It's Furious who quickly gets cut down, and now an extra challenge for Lucky. And instead a team nade, or I should say a team kill, does come into effect, and that might be the swing that Ultra needed. They worked their way into the point. It's all white. It's all time for Ultra. That's a good chance for them to get some time.
Yep, a little bit of scrap time, and the good news is you got Furious on the rotation, so winning the gunfights on the rotation, now they're set up for this train hill, as Furious is going to look to just kind of wait for those kills, play patient in the back warehouse area, and Journey is essentially the one that he will come in contact with, so he's going to kind of recognize that and spot that, does take down Journey and secures the spawns, so now flooding through the front train station, it's ROKKR Academy. Beans going to look to stop the push. Does fall. So now 2 members of ROKKR do open up the front, and again, do get the kills, but both teams are going to contest from the front and the back. As you know, this is kind of that scrappy hill, as Ultra Academy still kind of remaining in control. 25 seconds left.
And take note of those squad spawns as well. I mean, Ultra get a blessing from the gods, and they're able to continue to contest where, well, usually this hill can essentially lean one side if you're able to dictate those spawns towards the back and pinch them with the ARs in this situation. You leave this hill down by about 55 counting. That's not too bad. You still have a hill you can get through, and you can chunk time together and strain it all essentially down to just hill time in the end where you win the scrap. You win the last 10-15 seconds. With that, this game is not over by any stretch of the imagination, but with all said and done, ROKKR once more trying to work their way in through the rotation. We go to P5 over to Broken in this spot. Metals has to be kind of a factor here, a catalyst for being able to get the ARs in a spot where maybe he finds Beans and then you push through the front for Furies, but Beans will win the gunfight. And early on, it's Ultra Academy who do get 2 inside the point, so not a lot of pressure from ROKKR. They're not winning the gunfights, and Ultra more than happy to take the time.
Yeah, and of course, Ultra, huge 2-piece from Stevo in that fire area, securing and zoning forward. So now he takes down Journey, and again, Ultra doing a fantastic job at locking down this P5 hill. But Harry, and as I say that, Metals actually gets 4. We didn't see it on the screen, but clears off all members of Ultra Academy. And again, with the rotations, it seems that ROKKR are always there. Realistically, it was only P4, P5 that Ultra had, but now on the second set of rotations to that first hill, again, you see Real heating up the board, and he's popping off now with 3 kills down in that office area. Ultra Academy are spawning back the back train area, and it's still Real just getting the kills and zoning forward, doing everything he needs to do to split the push.
You need some pressure over towards pillars, but this mid-map pressure right now from Real, again, pulls numbers away from the point and makes it so difficult to set up for the next hill. Should that rotation become an issue, it looks like Real will be able to manage it. Now, moves his way into the point. You have 1 on the outside and 2 on the hunt. Beans currently looking, but Stevo might escape for a moment. Not for long, though. Real working his way in so flawlessly and stays alive, so the pressure there from everybody else in ROKKR, pulling their attention back into the hill. It's Journey who cleans up the kill, and all of this time going to ROKKR. This is a massive win on that second rotation. ROKKR putting not only more points on the board, but ever so closely moving towards a potential situation where they went on scrap time alone. This is a big swing. We went from, 50 points now to around a 60 point, 70 point margin. For Ultra, they need to win the next rotation, and they need a huge chunk of time here. They were not able to get it on the last set of hills.
Yeah, indeed, and you noticed that a couple members of Ultra Academy did push that last point because they didn't want them to run away with too much time. Although Beans did secure about 4 seconds, still, they were able to win the gunfights and the rotations onto the new point. So you see, Furious, he is on a 3 streak, and he's a big reason for that. All of his teammates die, so now it's all ROKKR Academy that clear off the point just so easily while that was happening. And Stevo is going to look to break on through. They have to break it back. It's 106 to 169, 24 seconds left. And again, not only do Ultra Academy have to clear off this point, but they have to also rotate. So Stevo, he's already thinking about that. He's going to work his way through fire, and he does get taken down.
Yep, ROKKR are more than happy to give up this time because they will secure the next one. It's P3 popped in 5 seconds, but all of Dockside locked down by Journey and company. ROKKR doing a very nice job of dictating the pace and knowing where the kills may come. So far, they have the early time and the hold with about 57 or some change to fight over, and it looks like it's going to take a bit of effort for Ultra to get into position to potentially break. You have a 2 swing out towards the docks, but quickly numbers fall again. And every time Ultra get into position to potentially swing and contest, they lose numbers, and there's just not a lot of time for them to get back and regroup for another hit. Now, we just 3-stack through the front, but even there, they're just losing left and right. Journey through the back for 1. He will eventually drop. We fly out for ROKKR. They're going to have to try this again.
Oh my goodness. And how far forward did you see Metals just zoning out, getting those important kills, and then rotating back and instantly knowing? So ROKKR are doing a fantastic job of controlling spawns, but either which way, now 15 seconds left, may go to Ultra, and it does. Beans wins the kill onto Lucky Fire, so Ultra Academy do secure that scrap time. But again, the problem is that ROKKR Academy are on the rotations. It's almost as if this is what they wanted. So Metals setup does get the pick onto Furious, Harry to follow with the nade. So again, it just always seems like ROKKR Academy has Ultra set up where they want to, but Stevo looking to break, does get a successful 2-piece on the back. So now Ultra Academy with that sub-entry managed to flip.
And they get the spawns as well. This is a huge chunk of time. Ultra Academy can get right back into this hard point with the following 60. And now the ARs to boot. They're starting to light up the kill feed. What do you do if you're ROKKR? How do you break? How do you clear out the point? You're going to have to deal with Harry at mid-map, and maybe that is the key. Maybe you have to take him out, then try to work to the back, but that wastes a lot of time. Here comes the spread, the top side of your minimap. It's player 5, Riel, trying to work towards the outskirts, but he has a big gunfight in front, and he will win it. Now extra time and pressure there for ROKKR. They have to start making a move towards the point. Do they elect to give up this last 10 seconds? Well, they lost about 40 on this. And more importantly, we go from what was a 50-point game down to essentially tied. Ultra Academy should get the lead here, and they will. That is a big swing for Ultra Academy.
Yeah, and last time around, Ultra Academy was successful on this hold. So if they can manage to do so here, this could be very deadly if you are ROKKR. So now Harry, you see holding that top 3 does get taken down, and it is Stevo to follow. So what a break and performance for him from this game, as he's been doing such a fantastic job locking down lanes. Lucky does take him down, but still, no team is on the point right now. It's just really about kind of zoning out and just seeing if you can keep all members off the point. And that's kind of the strategy.
Yep.
Hold the spawns for new, but it's still Ultra Academy that are able to win their gunfights and secure some time and swing the lead, of course, in their favor.
Both teams are happy to have neutral time if it means neither side is getting anything else on the board. But again, we have to go back to P1. Early here, it was ROKKR who won the opening hardpoint, and then Ultra were able to contest for a little, but easily ROKKR in a position to win the first 10 or so seconds. One flying through the back, it will be Stevo, who yet again could do what Journey's done all game and get into position to play spoiler. He just has to bait and wait for his time. But did they pick it up? They did. Doesn't matter though. Stevo was able to win the opening, and now waits for teammates to get inside or at least around the point for a push. Stevo working to the back. He's got pillars control, but Real has the better gunny, and it's ROKKR currently in the point. 45 seconds to go. They just need one solid hold, and they're going to win this series.
Indeed, they do, and they're in such a good position. But look at the split spawns there. It looks like Real spawned in the middle of Ultra Academy members. So now the contest does come in, but he's able to at least isolate one member and turn around, and ultimately already know that they're coming through fire. So Journey's streaking out on the hill, Real zoning forward and getting all the kills that he needs to get, and that looks to be it, Sean. 19 seconds left on the point, and I mean only 3 seconds to win. ROKKR Academy just in a very dominant fashion. I mean, realistically, kind of similar in the fashion that we've seen in the Control, just consistently picking up each other's lanes. Going overall through the series, again, dominant start on the Gavutu. You could take ROKKR on the Gavutu. You could take him on the